Ben Franklin once wrote, "You may delay, but time will not, and lost time is never found again." With this quote, Ben attempts to address some of the most important rebuttals we have when defending procrastination or the delay of activity, work, or exercise in exchange for time spent on things like social media and television.
Look, you're a hunter, right?
Right.
And this is rabbit season, right?
Right.
And if he was a rabbit, what would you do?
Well,
First, let's differentiate ourselves. Those of us who procrastinate and those of us who have mental disorders associated with distractions such as ADD or ADHD are different. This is important in that we don't self-diagnose our love of Instagram to an actual mental disorder which causes us to become easily distracted and therefore incapable of completing a task. Now that we've done that, we can recognize that procrastination in many normal minds, in part, sprouts from will, and if managed, is controllable. Procrastination is something that always seems excusable at the time, but can leave many in swells of work later on. It has been proven in several studies that low self-esteem, anxiety, and low levels of academic self-sufficiency are all symptoms of procrastination. Besides these important impacts, procrastination institutes many negative effects like failed grades, assignments, or projects. Procrastination can be explained in this way. It works in a cycle. First, it starts with a simple distraction that may provide enticing rewards. Oftentimes, people weigh the value of these rewards because they are immediate. If an immediate action like binge watching your favorite YouTube channels, for instance, seems highly more rewarding than doing your required and/or dislikable activity, one will weigh more pertinence on the more favorable reward. And this makes sense, but procrastination can proceed and more negatively affect a person in the long run. When someone faces the consequences of procrastination, they cycle into the second phase. Here, one may receive a desirable grade for a minimum amount of effort, which may have been constrained by procrastination, thus rewarding them for their minimal efforts and opening them up to a positive outlook on distractions, which now function as a reward. Now, solving for this issue is difficult, but it may be useful to know some fundamental ways to curtail your time spent procrastinating and increase your time attending to sometimes overwhelming amounts of work. Firstly, it's important to begin projects. This may seem obvious, but beginning a task can often be the hardest part of beginning something. However, the good news is the Zeigarnik effect, named after the psychiatrist Bluma Zeigarnik, shows us that after starting a project, many feel a strong obligation to finish it. Secondly, and hopefully obviously, it's important to rid yourself of distractions, which are often the main reasons for procrastination in the first place. Thirdly, you must schedule your time wisely. With any deadline, finite time within weeks or days can diminish quickly. Create a list of organized study or work times between now and your deadline to deplete stress and anxiety associated with late-night cramming and procrastination.
Look, you're a hunter,